Salakia, I got cut off. This is the devil, bro. I got cut off, bro. I was listening to my video. I think I was 3 minutes in. By the time I noticed, it was like 7 minutes. So, Salakia, damn, this goddamn devil, man. He got to go. He's got to go. But hold on real quick. Let me see where it lasts. You know what? I'm just gonna pick back up through the spirit.
Their YouTube channels, and now they're calling for all of the same type of censorship. Speech, we're already seeing it now. It's the seesaw effect, like I've talked about. First, it started with all of us getting canceled. Now it's them getting canceled. And of course, conservatives are calling for them to be canceled, like we saw after Charlie Kirk's assassination, supposedly. We saw how anybody out there who celebrated it should lose their job. They should lose their income. They should lose their privilege to speak online. They should be shamed out in public, behaving the same way that Democrats behaved, of course, during COVID, when people were trying to save people's lives by giving them actual information about what the vaccines were needed for. You know, nanotechnology, that black goo, graphene oxide, the Internet of Bodies. But of course, we all got silenced and shut down. And I believe one of the reasons that we're all back now is, of course, once this stuff is in place, this seesaw is going to turn again against all of us. That's what they're...
Right. And they basically showing you that they don't want righteousness in their kingdom. They don't want the people to stand up against what they have planned for you, all right? And that's total dominance, okay? And however they got to get there, they're going to get there, all right? And it's amazing that we bring out the truth, but these people will hate us, all right? Because they're demons just like these people, all right? Like they literally is coming for ways to kill you and to lower the numbers and to make you sign up for something that they can control your life without even being in your face, and the people are just okay with it. All right. So again, so we don't give a damn or feel no type of way about what's coming, because we know that these things must come to pass, and we know more importantly that the Lord is not about to let this devil do this shit. All right. He's going to get 2/3 of you people. You people about to go out horribly. All right. But this is not about to be something that he's about to play out, and hell no. Okay. This is not his creation for him to gain that type of control over. All right. The Lord gave him the earth. All right. Not the people. Okay. Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. The wicked doth compass the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Okay, so this nigga about to let them people out. I don't know if I went over this already or not. That's why I'm speeding through it. Salakia, all right? But they cut off half of the video. I was like 15, 18 minutes in. Salakia, all right? But it says, behold ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told you. Right, because the Lord said that the wicked was going to be revealed in Habakkuk 2 or 4, if I'm not mistaken, right? And he also said that we was going to see this man kingdom fall, right? And so he told us these things. He said, yet how do I love Jacob? Because I chose Jacob and hated Esau. Okay, and we tell you that Esau is a so-called white man, and right now today we see his kingdom being taken away from him. All right, alive and in living color. Okay, verse 6 it says, "For lo, I will raise up the Chaldeans." All right, which we know is the Magi's, which is the warlocks on the high level. All right, that practice the witchcraft behind closed doors. All right, that give them the power to fool the people. All right, to play tricks on the people's minds. All right, it says that bitter and hasty nation, for which shall march through the breaded of the land. All right, which is Israel, to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. Right, man, because they over there, right, enjoying being us, or lying to the people, saying that they're us. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves. Right, and when you get it in NLT, that Pacific verse, it says they are notorious for their cruelty, and they do whatever they like. All right, and that's what we're witnessing. All right, that's what we're witnessing. These people are doing what they like, and what they like is evilness, and that's why they're about to release these prisoners, right, on you American people, right, these violent rapists and pedos, okay, just so that they can make room for the people that are standing up speaking about what they're doing. All right, and all you people who think that you're going to be able to just idly sit by and not really choose a side for survival, you don't understand what you're witnessing. Okay, if you don't stand up and willing to die or put your life on the line for this truth or for the Lord, right, you're going to be killed anyway. Okay, so yeah, but this right here he totally threw out my video. But let's get a couple more. All right, because we know, it's the same thing. All right, we're about to get one to show you that this is all part of the Lord's plan. A lot of you people are going to die anyway. All right, so again, we're not trying to stop it. We're not trying to prevent it. We're not trying to fight against the Heavenly Father, right? Because we know that these things must pass for the kingdom to come. For us to get our rulership, this kingdom must fall. All right, so the way it's going to go out is very dramatic and very bloody. Okay, but the second Ezra 5:1. Nevertheless, as come in the tokens, right? Prophecies, behold, the day should come that they which dwell upon earth should be taken in a great number. Wow. Why? And the way of truth should be hidden, and the land should be barren of faith. Okay, and that's what we're creeping into right now. Okay, because when the Lord shut down this internet, you're not going to be able to find the man that speaking the truth, right? You're not going to be able to find the man that are breaking down the scriptures in the right way, right? Telling you what's to come, right? Telling you what this man plan truly is, right? Because he's going to present his plan as a way to help you, all right, through the way of his miracles, all right, by the way of using this AI to put these things in your body and attach it to the nervous system, all right, to get it to move your toe again, all right. But he has a evil, decisive, alternative, true plan, all right, behind all of that, all right, and that's basically okay to control you without being in front of you, okay. Verse 2, but iniquity should be increased above which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, right, man? Because as we seeing, all right, it's all type of wickedness, right, and judgment being executed daily, right? That were something back in the day that would happen twice a year, but now is conveniently, right, ramping up, right? And one of those things could be mother against daughter, right? Father against son, and vice versa. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of parents being killed by their own children, all right? Which just a couple of generations ago, that was unheard of, all right? But Second Ezra 5:3, it says, and the land that thou seest now to have root, should thou see it's wasted suddenly, right? Because America is going to eventually be a desert, all right? Because the Lord is not going to allow this place to be rebuilt or to be inhabited ever again, right? And that's why He allowed Russia and China, right, to develop these missiles that America defense system can't stop, all right? So the people don't understand, even right now, today, on this Saturday, right? If they wanted to, they could shoot those missiles, and America can't do anything about it, right? You people couldn't do anything about it, right? You couldn't even escape fast enough, all right? Second Ezra 5:4. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day. Right, man? Because again, we're not trying to prevent the Lord from having these things come to pass, because He promised, all right, that in the third trouble that the Lord is going to beam us up, all right. So while those missiles being shot off, Salaki, ain't coming. So while those missiles being shot off, right, He's going to beam us up, okay, and then that's going to be the beginning of New Jerusalem, right, of the kingdom of heaven, right, rulership led to you by the Israelites, right, and again, us being in rulership, all right, is going to set everything that the Lord has created back in its perfect balance. All right, so with that, I praise that was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash, Shalom.